Welcome back, mamas. I am excited for you today because if you have ever wondered if you are a good mom, I want you to listen to this episode today because I believe it will encourage you, it will inspire you, it will help you know that you are a good mom, and it will also give you an action step that you can take as well. So let's get to it.
Hey, mama, welcome to Prioritize with Purpose. Do you wish you had more time in your day and to feel like you've accomplished something at the end of each day? Do you find yourself up at night, doubting yourself, wondering if you've done enough, but also if you'll ever have time for you again? Do you wake up with big plans only to feel exhausted, out of control, and a little like Cinderella when your to-do list just seems to grow and your day gets thrown off track again? I'm Danielle. I too was a mom of littles running around with endless to-do lists. I too felt behind and guilty, wishing I could find balance, get clarity, and be more present in the moment with my kids. I kept telling myself I didn't have time. Schedules must just not be for me, and that I was too tired to figure it all out. I felt so alone until I made a decision to dig deep and get clear about what I wanted and why. In this podcast, we embrace where we are, but we don't stay there. I'll guide you with transformational tips. You'll learn mindset shifts and be challenged to take back control of your days so you get the most important things done and can be a more present mama who feels like yourself again. So grab the kid as a snack and get your laundry, because I know you're multitasking, and let's get into what I like to call aligned flow.
Okay, mamas. So I just want to give you a quick hit of encouragement today because I know there are so many of us that sit there in this like self-doubt and wondering, questioning, are we a good mom? Because we just don't feel like we can get out of this pattern, this overwhelm, this self-doubt, this guilt that we're feeling because we know we want more for ourselves, but we cannot seem to even get what we need to do done on a daily basis. And we are in this stuck feeling to the point where we are questioning whether we are a good enough mom, whether we are even a good mom at all on some days. And so I just want to give you some encouragement to know that you are a good mom, and two questions that I want you to ask yourself on days when you are feeling that, because we can all fall into this trap. And I know recently, like I am well out of my phase of when this used to be a question I would ask myself all the time. But one of my children was on spring break, and both of my kids' spring breaks don't line up this year. So I've basically 3 weeks of spring break in this house where I have one or the other child home. And I was really wanting to do a lot of fun things with my youngest daughter. And the weather was just terrible. There were just a bunch of different things that happened and things that had to be done and different things. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really wanted to make spring break amazing for her. So I wasn't really questioning whether or not I was a good mom, but I was questioning whether or not I did enough. Right? I was questioning whether or not I was doing enough. And it made me think back to this time when I was questioning almost every day, probably every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, on whether I was a good mom. And I want you to ask yourself these two questions today. So one is, did I love my child today? Did I love my child today? And I know that sounds ridiculous because of course you loved your child today, but you need to remind yourself that that is what the most important thing to that child is knowing that you love them. And so if you can do that on a daily basis and show them that you love them, then you are doing enough. Right? It doesn't matter all of the things. It's about the connection, right? It doesn't matter if the laundry didn't get done. It doesn't matter, if you didn't get to go all the places or do all of the fun things that you thought you might get to do that day because this happened or that happened or, I just know that spiral that I used to be stuck in. And I would get to the end of the day and I'd be like, gosh, am I a good mom? And I want to ask you, or you should ask yourself, did I love my child today? And what I mean by that is did you feed them, right? If they were having a meltdown, did you comfort them? If you were correcting them and guiding them and teaching them how to be a good human being, right? Did you do that today? or apologizing, right? When you mess up, because I know that I still mess up to this day, but back when my, overwhelm was super high, I would mess up all the time, right? I would lose my temper a lot because when you're starting at that heightened state already, then they can do something and you overreact, right? And so if you do that, did you apologize, right? And I know a lot of times maybe we just apologize, but try to make it heartfelt. That will make that connection even stronger. And I did want to read a quote here from Lila Schott that says, "Connection is a child's deepest need and a parent's highest influence." It's a child's deepest need is that connection. They want to feel that from you. And so, even apologizing can form that connection with them if you are going that extra mile to say, not only are you sorry and they know you mean it, but you're telling them why that you blew up. And maybe you're sitting down after the blow up, right? If it really was something, 'cause sometimes they can just annoy you and you just fly off the handle because you're at that heightened state. And in that state, you just need to apologize and be like, sorry, mommy was upset about this or that or the other thing. And I took it out on you and I shouldn't have. Or you actually had a reason to be upset with them. You shouldn't have reacted the way that you did, but you had a reason to be upset with them so that you can use that as an opportunity to not only apologize and explain why, but you can also make that connection with them and correct them, right? And teach them, not just in a way that is like accusing them of something, but in a way that is teaching them a lesson based on the behavior that they had and why we shouldn't have that type of behavior, right? And take it and make a connection with them, form a bond with them, right? Creating that connection, just you being there and loving them and feeding them and nurturing them and caring for them and, addressing their meltdowns and just having a shoulder for them to cry on, a hug, right? Those are things that will create that connection with them that is so, so important. And I want to read another quote. This one is from Zig Ziglar, and it says, "Kids go where there is excitement, they stay where there is love." They go where there's excitement, but they stay where there is love. So creating that bond and that love with them, that is going to go so much further than like the shiny object, than the, fun that you may not have gotten to have today, because they are always going to want to go for the shiny object or the fun, but really they stay where there's love. Right. And this is going to lead me to my second question you should ask yourself, which is, am I trying? Am I trying? And I usually hate the word try, but in this instance, it is the word that I feel like I need you to ask yourself, am I trying? Because you didn't do it all, right? You didn't get all of the things done or whatnot, but are you showing up doing your best with what you have today? Are you showing up doing your best with what you have today? Are you trying? Right? You might be overwhelmed. You might be drowning in your to-dos. You might be feeling stuck and not even be able to feel like you're able to be present. But are you doing the best with what you have today? Are you trying? And because you're listening to this episode, I know that you are, right? Because you are even asking yourself the question, am I a good mother? I know that you are. I know that you are. And so I want you to know that you are a good mom. And I have a feeling you don't want to stay stuck where you are today. And this is just a great time for me to go ahead and tell you that you don't have to stay there, that you and I can together walk you through getting out of this. Because I have just launched my coaching, y'all, the Prioritize Your Purpose coaching. And this is something that I know that you need if you are in this place right now. I know because I've been there. I know because I did walk this walk and I have come up with a framework for this coaching, and that you and I are going to do it together. And I know that you will not only not be in this place of questioning whether or not you're a good mother, but you will have all of the things. I'm not saying everything will be perfect because, as you know, as you've heard me talk, it's definitely not still perfect. But I am working in what I like to call aligned flow, which is just that feeling that I know the most important things are going to get done. I know that I know where my priorities are, and I know that the things that I am doing are all for that, right? They're all pointed in the right direction. I'm not scattered in a million directions. I know what needs to get done on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, and I am prioritizing things in such a way that we can make it happen. And I want that for you. So anyway, I would love for you to go to prioritizewithpurpose.com and check the coaching out. Prioritizewithpurpose.com/coaching will take you directly there. And it's the Prioritize Your Purpose coaching. And for April, you guys, I am running my beta test all through April. I still have a couple of spots left for my Purposeful Priorities bundle. If you sign up for that for $127, yes, I said $127. The beta test, I am offering people that price. To sign up for that bundle, you will actually get the Aligned Flow Experience coaching for no additional cost. You'll get the whole 10-week coaching program for $127. Now, as soon as those first 5 spots are gone, they're gone because I cannot do that for all the people, even though I would love to. So go check it out. Ask any questions you need to. You should get all the information you need on the page. But I would love to walk you out of this and through this. And I just want to encourage you that you are an amazing mom. That I know if you're listening to this podcast, you're even asking yourself those questions, that you are an amazing mom. And I want to help you be the mom that you want to be, right? So until Thursday, y'all, keep remembering that you are enough and just love on those kiddos. Okay.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode, Mama. If something spoke to you, would you take 30 seconds to share this with a mom who may need some encouragement in her day? It lights me up to know this hit home with you. So please leave a quick review of the show and check the notes if you want to reach out to me. I'll meet you right back here next week. Keep smiling, y'all.